Okay, so if you're going to do your camera views, easiest way is to crop them while you're in that view as well. And then you can even, if this blue rectangle is highlighted, you can go back to your ground floor and it should come up. It probably won't because it's not outside of the view. So there we go. And then I can change it if I need to. Okay, yep. Where am I? Skype. Here we go. Okay, can you see it now? Okay, so I just created that view, that perspective, or the camera view. With the blue, you know, when this is blue, if you click on it, you can go back into your ground floor and you can move your camera around if it's not quite the right angle to do it. So if I go back into that view, first thing I notice that all of these orange lines are our room name boundaries. So we just want to hide all of those by category. Okay, so because it doesn't have a scale, if I also click on that, and I think that's a good angle, I can go into ground floor and just mirror that camera, so it'll create that new one at that. So that way they'll all be on a similar scale as well. So I'll go back into the ground floor and I'll mirror it about halfway into the house, and then I will mirror that again to create the 4. And then so we just need to adjust it there. And it also means that all of the setting of our room lines, boundaries are still off. So then if we do bring them onto a sheet, so these actually work out pretty good for the size. But if I wanted to change them, if I need to change them up or down, so I'll just turn the titles off first. Okay, so you go to size crop. So that'll change the width and height of your border. If you scale it, and you want to make it, if I want to make that a little bit bigger, so okay, I want it to be about 120 in height. Hit apply. As long as it's scaled, it'll scale that whole thing together rather than just the image, rather than scaling just the height of it. Okay, so if I go to all of those, it doesn't allow you to do them all together, so you've got to do them one at a time. And if it's an image that you want to get the heights to line up through, which sometimes is important, sometimes it's not. So you can see it might end up being too big in the end. Once I do this one, I don't know what happened there. It didn't scale. Okay, so that'll work. So it just depends if you want a camera view or you want to use the perspective. I think sometimes the actual perspective, not the camera views, are a bit better because you can angle them up a little bit, see the roof, see how it cuts in around the place for different jobs. When they've got parapets at different heights, it sometimes shows it a little bit easier rather than these camera views all the time. So um, I suppose that's the difference of using them. I think you can actually see a bit more out of these perspectives than the camera views, even though the camera views do look better. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those ones on there. Now, the next thing you need to check with the sheets. So because we duplicated the sheets, you'll notice that all of our information doesn't come up in here. I don't know if... Yeah, okay, so there's a couple of revisions already in there. So those revisions are a cloud. They're basically a detail group. Okay, so they're controlled by this light bulb to reveal hidden elements or not, because it's just hidden by category. So if we just double click on it to open up the group and we copy it down, so you'll notice up in here in the revision sequence, you can change your sequence if you want to put another one in there. So as we're going through the revisions for the clients, then we can change what we have in here. So that revision group is controlled under Manage, Additional Settings, Sheet Issue, Revisions. So this is what that blue drop down box was showing us. And if we were going to change the revision to today's date, we would type it in there. It's still, say, a Landcon Queensland issue. We would just change that around to be what that is. You have to type them all in, so you can just copy paste it into there. And then when we're doing it, we would then also have the issued by myself, Andrew, you, whoever's working on it. So once that is set, this group is in every sheet and will update all the sheets. So that's how we update our revisions. Normally there's only room in here to fit 5 clouds. So if you were up to number 6, I just normally delete the top one. So there's only 5 in there. So there'll only be 5 showing in here at any time. And when we're finished with that, we can just turn it off. But since we've created that new sheet, we need that revision group. So if we just copy that and paste it to the same thing, then that will bring that group in and that's automatically updated. So then we just need to hide it by category. And that will just stay there. So whenever we do a revisions, we only need to do it to one of the sheets, and it'll update them all by themselves. Yep. So I just click on the detail group and just Control C. So copy paste. So you can so if I delete that, and go back, and if I Control C, perspectives Control V, it'll bring it in. Because it's already hidden in here, it's already hidden. So you can just Control C, Control V, and just put it anywhere, as long as it's down here somewhere, so we all know that this is where we need to look at. And that'll just update all the sheets then. Okay.